Alright, well, we've just finished watching our second film, which was Laputa, Castle in the Sky. Came out in 1986, again directed by Hayao Miyazaki. It's about a legendary castle in the sky and these two children who need to find it. But the castle is also being there are other people looking for it. There are pirates looking for it. The sort of evil government is looking for it, and compared to Nausicaa, this film was definitely a lot lighter.
Oh, certainly, yeah.
I mean, it's still it's dramatic more than anything else.
It's certainly a drama, but it's not.
But there's a lot more comedy.
Yeah. Nowhere near as kind of emotional as Nausicaa.
No, that being said, I think I probably enjoyed it more.
Fair enough. I mean, I think I might, because that's maybe the second or third time I've seen that, and I certainly enjoyed it more than I remember enjoying it. So
it's a very kind of it's very sweet.
Yes,
I think you could say, because the two main characters are this
clearly in love.
Just little girl and little boy, and there's a little sweet little romance there, and they end up kind of trying to they're fighting these kind of the army who are trying to use the powers of Laputa for evil.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought that the animation, it was only 2 years after, I didn't think the animation was noticeably better.
I'd say some of the background animation was.
Yes.
But that's really the only note. I mean, foreground animation hasn't evolved that much, even in the 20 years.
No, I mean, the characters looked the same, but I thought...
Oh, yeah. His style has stayed very much the same.
Specifically, I noticed in the opening scene, and I think it's interesting because both this film and Nausicaa involve the sky.
Oh, yeah.
And clouds, and so there's a lot of animation of clouds and flight. Mm-hmm. And I thought the opening scene with all the clouds looked really beautiful.
Oh, I think the whole movie did, really. I mean, especially once they get to Laputa.
And it might be that...
It's stunning.
It looked more beautiful because the previous film kind of dealt with gross things like insects.
Yeah,
and stuff.
I'll give you that.
And it looked interesting.
Yeah.
But this looked quite aesthetically pleasing.
Far more fantasy, kind of fairy tale kind of stuff instead of...
This is definitely a more kiddie film. Like,
definitely. It's still not kind of... I think it's still PG, rather than...
No,
I think Nausicaa is also PG, but I'm
not 100%.
But I think 100%.
That you wouldn't think the other one would be quite as suitable for young children.
Yeah, you wouldn't show it to an 8-year-old, pretty much.
I would think that this would work fine. You could have...
This is very much a family movie.
You could have the English dub on and watch it with kids.
Yeah. I mean, the English dub for this is also still quite good.
Yeah.
It's very much a Disney dub.
Yeah.
Like, it isn't a Disney dub, but it sounds a lot like it. Like, kind of the villain kind of voices and the good guys, that kind of thing.
One thing I did want to say is I thought the opening credit sequence was excellent.
Oh, yeah, the kind of montage. Yeah.
And that style, in all the flashbacks, there's that slight...
yeah, because it was in Nausicaa as well.
And I don't know what you call it.
I wouldn't have a clue what you call it, but it's a...
It makes it look like vintage animation.
Yeah, it's more of a comic style rather than an anime style.
Yeah. So you got anything else to say?
I don't really think so. I mean, you can see a lot of parallels between it and Nausicaa. As its first two films.
There's also, there's the sort of overarching kind of theme of environmentalism. Definitely.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And the whole piece. Beats that war kind of thing.
Exactly.
And also another steampunk society, which I think is very cool.
Yeah, no, I'm really liking
I love the steampunk, but I don't think he uses it again in any of his movies for a while, which is a shame, but it's certainly a good movie.
Yeah, no, I would recommend this, and I think this is... I'd recommend both films. I probably enjoyed this one, although I think the other one was probably a smarter film. Perhaps.
I think the other one was a better film, but this one is more enjoyable, I think.
Yeah,
it's certainly more of a family film.
And I think this is a good... This would work much more as a family film. Yeah, that's a good work.
It's certainly more of a Disney film.
All right, then.
Cool.